Hey guys, and welcome to the Mysteries of Selindor, episode 162. I'm your GM Gagnor, and it has been a long time since we've played. Seti, do you have any notes about what we did last time?
Do I? Oh boy. Last time around we did we got Cleary back into his original uh not even his
Body?
original form, his Cleary body that is now his default form. Uh uh um Biopsy dealt with her inner monster and like made a moonbeam so it could hang out without hurting Zephyros, who was also inside of her already. And Cleary went to report to the council about what we'd been up to in the cauldron and to ask for a refund for Mitnir for dropping all that platinum to pay for us getting on monster side. And we confirmed that Grim has a contraption in his inner realm as well, because he's level 20 now. And we went back to the school, set up the mansion, and we're hanging out with our cats.
Right, so hanging out in the mansion with your cats and various other animals and creatures that are much beloved, including finding a very large door that leads to a big, massive open field with a hill-sized Ernie in the Feywild's Teachings Tower. You've all found a bit of respite after a very long fight in being transformed into creatures that were monstrous versions of yourselves. So, what would you guys like to do? There's plenty of minutia out there, plenty of loose ends that you might remember or not remember. Is there anything anybody wants to do during this time? Otherwise, I say you have a little bit, maybe a few days before anything comes back at you.
Oh, boy.
I mean, my main priority is going to be figuring out the thing that's inside me, right? In my inner realm.
Doing
And
your
Yeah,
awakening
I mean, then we're going to have to figure out how to
culmination
get
thing.
Ernie somewhere. How do
Ernie
you
is
get some
very, very
places now?
large.
Since
We've
he's what,
got
gargantuan now?
the pendant thing. Can he fit? Can the pendant hold gargantuan?
Yeah, any size. There's no
But then
restriction.
you can like basically only take him out in like outer space.
Or in large fields, I guess.
Or to
Yeah.
fill a hallway so we can get away.
He's officially now, I guess, like a siege machine.
Yeah.
He's very large.
Set him off in someone's
We'll
basement.
have to adjust his stats at some point, but he is gargantuan.
We'll have to build like battlements for him and stuff.
Did somebody get enlarge reduce? Do I have that? Cleary has that.
probably
Somebody
have
used it
enlarge.
recently.
Oh, that's a wizard thing. It's not a druid thing, is it? Well, let
That's
me
a
look.
wizard
I'm sure
thing,
Cleary could go learn it if he needs to.
So reducing
it
him
is
from
higher, I
gargantuan would be how could we reduce him?
Oh, I'd say he'd probably be about the size he was the last time we saw him. About the size of a large cow.
All right, well, that's
By
an option
one
too.
category. So if he's gargantuan now, he'd be what?
That does only last a minute, though.
Well, maybe we need some kind of enchantment, like a collar that has the reduce spell. That as long as it's on,
Mega
it's...
reduce.
Yeah, or something. I mean, we've got the Tinkerer in the party.
A tinkler?
Well, I'll look into the spell
Yes.
for you. Oh wait, Cleary's not even here yet. I'm talking like he's there, but he's actually at the council reporting
This could be the
everything.
next morning. Who cares?
Sure. Yeah. Anyways, so if you want to do your awakening or figure out what that would entail, you're more than welcome to go look into it. If there's nobody specific you would like to ask, you can make an investigation check.
Go back to Adrisma's. But I have one too.
So what you want to do is go to Adrisma's or roll. If you roll, tell me what you rolled. Okay, yeah, so you guys, are you just gonna head to his tower, or are you gonna head to the Nexus, or are you gonna head to try to find the paler shade.
And I guess we just call him first, right?
Yeah, I would just call him and be like,
Rather than just walk in blind.
Yeah.
All right, so you send him a call. He says, "It has not been long since we have last spoken.
Yeah,
You should
so...
know. No, there are no refunds."
Oh, no, that's not it at all. See, something came to light. After we got our inner realms back, we realized a couple of us had a little devicey thingy in them, and Cleary said it was awakening culmination.
Oh, you're
time.
ready for your awakening culmination,
Yeah, so Grim and I have one. Cleary does too, but he's still at the council or whatever. So, I hate to call on you again so soon after we parted ways, but could you help us out with that?
I can, but you should know, no, it will not be cheap.
What are we looking at?
Per person would be 10,000 gold.
Well,
I think
Per
this would be the
attempt.
kind of thing that the council would sponsor or something.
yeah, I mean, I have exactly 10,000 gold. So, if we have to, then that's what I
I
can
mean,
do.
if we need to pay for it, we'll pay for it. I just feel like, being
We could ask for a refund.
champions, right? They'd probably...
Well, let me know, and I will come.
No, we'll do it. We'll definitely do it. I'm just saying. I feel
Yeah,
like
let's.
we'll
I'm good for it. Let's. Yeah,
will
we can worry
pencil
about the
you
refund
in
later.
for later this afternoon. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, for sure. Yeah, we'll do it for sure.
Fine then.
Whether we
I
pay for
shall
it or pay for it.
acquire the necessary ingredients.
Okay, thank you.
Make us drinks.
Oh wait, where? In the Nexus or at your tower or where?
I will come to you.
Oh, okay. We'll be at the school, I guess.
Okay, so with that,
Just like play
any other messages you would like to send, or you're just gonna?
cards or something.
I'll send to Cleary.
Should we just draw from the deck while we're bored or something? Like
You guys!
play solitaire with the deck?
You can do whatever you want. I always keep that sheet up.
Before you get into any shenanigans, I'm going to send a message to Cleary as soon as we get off the, I'm gonna ring him up, I guess, on the seal.
Okay.
As soon as we hang up with Idris, may I call Cleary? Hey, babe.
Are you calling him or sending him a message? Because he is probably in a council meeting.
Oh, I'm calling him on the seal.
Okay, there's a moment.
If he doesn't pick up, I'll
It's
send
gonna
him.
be the guy whose phone rings in the middle of a meeting.
And another moment.
With all the gods.
And another moment, and then you hear, "Hello."
Hi, babe. Did you manage to get that refund for Mitnir?
I'm so sorry. I thought it might be emergency, so I answered it. Apparently, it's not as much. But if you just give me sorry, I'm in the middle of a meeting with 3/4 of the council here.
Oh, okay. Well, we need another 20k for me and Grim to get awakened.
20k, 20,000, another 20.
It's okay. If
I love
not,
you. Goodbye. I'll let you know.
Or if he can get the 800 platinum from Mitnir, we could just take some and then not tell Mitnir.
I think you already know.
Oh shit, he's standing right there. Sorry. Hello, good morning. I wasn't.
Wait a minute.
He did already hang up. So
No, I was talking to
Like,
Grim.
for these,
gotcha, yeah.
for these gods, like for them to like want us to save everything, they don't like giving us money.
Maybe
in
they
their
don't
defense,
have any.
they've already given you guys a lot of money.
These guys are pretty stingy. Like, do they not want us to save everything?
I think they're just really bad investors, and because they don't have earthly needs, they haven't bothered with earthly monies.
You should have been that one guy's champion.
Oh,
The short guy.
You know, I really thought about it, and then he hit on me, and I was like, well, that's not going to be a good fit.
Yeah,
But
he's
it would have been perfect if he hadn't.
kind of gross, but he probably would have given us a lot of gold. Well, you a lot of gold, and probably expected something from it.
Yeah.
Probably.
So as you're having this conversation, Grim, your seal actually begins to light up and buzz.
What's that? Does it have caller ID?
No, not really.
I'm just gonna answer it. Hello, it's Grim.
Hey, boss. You hear
Oh,
the voice of Destrin come over the line.
hi, Destrin.
I just wanted to let you know that I've made some progress, and yours is the only number I have within your group.
Yeah, do you find a sword?
I have located its general location, but after a bit of digging and a bit of bribing those in the abyssal area, I have found out that the entity that was keeping it has slid it into a sliver that was claimed by Selindor.
Okay.
Well, the thing is I'm fairly certain that this sliver resides within your tower.
My tower.
These ziggurats that you had mentioned that you had all been climbing.
Ziggur.
The one we're mining?
Our dungeon.
Oh, ours? The one?
Yes, the one you have claim to.
Oh, but that's fine. That's great.
Right. Well, I would normally take my little Gumble and my Bodak friend with me, but as it is, they're a bit weak. So if I could get maybe one or two of your group to do a bit of digging around in there, I'm not sure what floor it's on. It might be the next or the one after or the one after that. I'm not sure how many floors are in your tower.
Is there a well? Are we able to do that without getting stuck in there for months? Is there a, or have they stabilized any of that timey-wimey stuff?
I believe they've stabilized the floors that they've conquered thus far. I'm not certain about after that.
We might have to have somebody be like, "Hey, magic time-wimey stuff," to
Yeah,
make
we
sure
can't
that
afford
doesn't
to
happen.
get sucked away for multiple
Yeah, we can't. We
days
can't
even.
wait 2
I can
months.
ask the Queen of Ravens. As it is, she's doing the same thing for me. It has been a long time since I've contacted you on my end.
Yeah, no, yeah, it would definitely help. Sorry, there's a
Good.
ghost in the background.
I shall speak with the lady, and if
The
she is
haunted
willing
place,
to
I mean.
expand that same boon upon you, which I'm sure she will, considering our time constraints.
It might be a fun test. A couple of us are about to be, I don't know, culminated, whatever the hell that is, you know. But maybe it would be a fun little test drive, whatever driving
Certainly.
is.
The sooner we can leave, the better, though, so just let me know as soon as possible.
It'll be this afternoon for sure.
Very well. As it is, I have much to prepare myself, and I will be in touch.
Okay. Enjoy your hands.
She hangs up.
I don't know how to talk to people.
Enjoy your hands is maybe kind of a weird thing to say to literally anybody else, but since Destrin has so many of them,
I don't know what to say to somebody with so many hands.
Well, with that, one more thing has appeared on your to-do list.
Go find the sword in the place. Easy
Well?
peasy. Should we I don't know. We know anything about swords? I guess we could go figure it out. Do you know anything about swords? You got anything in your library in the place?
I mean, maybe, but we found the other sword.
We found
The-
what was it called? Black razor before?
Well, yeah,
Is there a white
sure.
razor?
I don't know, maybe that's this one.
Or like a white shaving cream?
Oh, yes, that would make more sense. They would go
I'll be
together
right
better
back.
that way.
Continue.
Oh, you're going to find the shaving cream. Good job. Good job, Board.
All right,
Doesn't even have hair. I don't know why he's going to find shaving cream.
is there anything anybody would like to do before Yajisna rolls around? Or are
I
you
was
just
gonna try and figure out if I knew anything about the swords, but I don't think I do.
make an investigation check?
I'm so bad at investigation. I rolled a 12.
You don't figure out anything other than there are rumors that the Raven Queen was the one who forged these blades using shadow magic, and that they're all sentient, and nobody knows how many they are. And the most famous of which is Black Razor, which you have already found.
Guys, there's some swords out there.
Well, they're big, they're small. You can hide
they're
them.
smart. Hey, we had a smart sword. We should go steal that one back. Oh no, he's a giant ticket. Never mind. We made that one too. Never mind. He wasn't. It wasn't a bit one of the
He
one.
was part of the sword. I'm not sure that's. Like,
yeah. We
the
could put
same
someone
thing.
in a sword and just give it to her and be like, "Hey, you think this is it?" She
I don't
probably
think
wouldn't
we could
that.
fool her, yeah.
Yeah, we could put Seti in a sword. She's kind of shadowy.
Well, hey,
Just for
I
a
mean,
little
I would
bit.
make a super cool sword, but...
Yeah, right. You'd be like, "I'm Seti. I'm a sword."
And I'd be singing, and
We could call you
like-
the Singing Shadow Blade.
that would be dope as hell. That is, if I get reincarnated as a weapon, that is what I want to be. For sure. Not some
Yeah,
dainty-ass little dagger or anything. Or a fucking
I would
boomerang.
just be, what would Grim be? I would be, what, a helmet called the Mushroom Cap?
Yeah, or just
That's
like
all,
a
it'd just be a
gnarly
helmet.
staff.
It just wouldn't do anything. Just a mushroom you put on your head. Keep your head safe.
Is there anything the other two of you would like to do? Grim spends most of the day trying to do research, and those are his findings.
It's totally useless.
Can't think of anything that I need to do at the moment.
All right, so probably just do some exercises or what have you.
Training, helps research swords. Tells Grim, they come in a variety of sizes. They cut things really well.
Big sword, little sword. What begins with sword?
Right? What about Seti?
Yeah, I mean, like, I still don't have, like, a bracelet, so I could go shopping, but I don't want to take up time doing that, so.
Probably look at a few catalogs and begin noting things. You have limited money at the moment.
That's true.
So,
it
more
is
window
all
shopping.
earmarked for Adrisma.
Unless your boyfriend pulls through,
Yeah. We'll
Let me
see.
go put some persuasion checks for Cleary real quick.
How many
Cleary.
cards are left in the deck? Like if we sit
Most
there
of them.
Wasn't it like a
I've only pulled 2,
30-something
right?
card deck?
It was like a 40-something, yeah.
Actually, he rolled fairly well. He has a +1 persuasion, though. All right. I guess pulling from the deck, is that what I heard?
Just how many cards are left in it?
Make me an intelligence check to see how well you count.
Oh boy.
We count so good. I'll help him count. I'm gonna assist him in counting.
See, I'm not sure I've done the strike through for each one.
That's a
that you guys
15.
have had.
Is that with his
That was just straight. I can roll. Let's see if it.
How many cards have you
Oh.
drawn?
Oh, it's still 50. We've done 2, I think.
Yeah, there's 40
Because I drew the
cards in the
ship,
deck.
right? And you drew the flagon? Is that what it was?
Yes.
I believe you drew the ship and tavern.
Tavern. Yeah, close enough.
So there are still 40 cards left in the deck.
How
We
long
still
till your
got that.
Adrisma gets here?
Daddy's got the flower, right? You got the wish flower, Sadie? And
Yeah.
then he's got the wishy ring thing that we don't know
And-
That
about.
we don't know about.
Oren, is there anything that you wanted to do during this time?
He wants to become
Oh, he
less
doesn't have his
blurry.
headset on yet.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, you're getting your earbuds in, yeah.
I think I needed to check in with Black and Delvers to see if there's a payment coming.
Fun that
I
you
don't know
should-
how
Not
long-
sure how long it's been since your last Black and Delvers check-in. Because
I mean, they're going to probably be there when
Did
we
not
go
know
to the
that,
tower
so-
anyway, right?
What'd you say, Sadie?
I don't have notes about when it was last time you checked in, unfortunately.
Yeah, because timey-wimey stuff. It's once a week that you're able to check in. Have you been keeping track of how long it's been?
No.
Because
But
didn't
let's
you
see.
check before we went in the cauldron? Wasn't that the...
I think so.
So this would be like day 49 in terms of like what I've been keeping track of. I can go back to the notes from before we went into the cauldron.
We've received 5 weeks of payments.
I really need to make them like a tag so that we can just search.
Oh, what's in our jar?
1K diamond.
Okay.
And it has been in there for 6 days, I believe.
Okay. Well,
Also,
if you've
wanted to
received
check
5
with,
payments, then chances are you've missed a few. If it's been 49 days since that whole thing started. That's what Seti was saying.
Well, 49 days since I started counting the days, which I believe was when we first left the cauldron for the very first time. So it's kind of an arbitrary number.
Well, I'll say 1 then. Do you remember what I had you rolling for those?
Yeah, 2d12.
Gotcha. Go ahead and roll that.
Uh, 18.
So we make 1,800 gold.
Okay.
Which is not bad for passive income.
No.
Somebody want to message the bird to see if she has anything she wants to do during the session? Otherwise,
I think I was also going to go visit Cornwall and see how the business is going.
so he needed final figures from you on how much you should list the boards for, I believe.
Okay. That was for the different types, right?
Yeah, I don't remember which ones you had. It was like they were working on developing a sort of like family version, like a kind of like a skiff. And then you were working on one that was more accessible, and then one that was used for maybe some military purposes, something like that. It's been a long time since we played.
Yeah, I should have notes somewhere. I'm just looking them up.
Yeah. But it hasn't been too long since you last checked in. I think you checked in before you guys went into the Cauldron of Life to retake, which I think it's only been a couple days since then, maybe 3 or 4 days. So no huge advancements would have been able to be made since then.
So
Yeah, I think
we were doing a travel board and like a speed board, like to use for like sports or something.
Gotcha. And then the standard board, which is your accessible version, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you check in with him and he's like, oh, well, at the moment, seems that we're making maybe a little bit of progress, but still need to get some pricing figured out before we start retail. We're still successfully under our stipend that we received as a bit of funding from the school, so we're still okay on our money right now. We're not dipping into our own funds, but it's going to be a minute before we're ready to really sit out there and get things started. I can get you figures for how much board production costs per board, and I guess you can just give me a percentage you're thinking. If let's say an average board costs us 100 gold to make, how much would you want to charge? Now, it doesn't cost 100 gold to make, mind you. It's more expensive than that, but just as an example.
I think it's going to depend how accessible the materials are? Because Zephyrite isn't super easy to come by.
No, it is not. We could do some dealings with the sky castles and see if there's anybody up there from the plane of air that might be willing to do a consistent sourcing for us. But in the interim, it's a hard material to come by, and I know that we're limited on the supplies that we currently have. It only gets more expensive the more we buy up for our project. And then we become in competition with the shipping yards, and nobody wants to mess with those unions.
Yeah, well, we're not trying to compete with them because we're not making anything of that scale, right? These are just personal devices.
Yeah, right. Well,
But yeah, if we can contact somebody and get some sort of deal worked out, that would be good.
I might ask Fear to do a little bit of. I mean, since she's also sharing the workshop, if she'll do a little bit of smoozing for us, maybe we can cut her a deal as well, because she's much better at having conversations with others than I am.
Yeah, that's not really my thing either.
Well, sounds good. I'll hit you back with some numbers and maybe some progress on some dealing.
All right.
All right, well, between you traveling to talk to specific people and then, whatever's going on back at the school, I'll say that takes most of the afternoon before Yadrisma will show up, ready to begin a new form of awakening, the final step in the process. So Yadrisma comes drifting into the school where he is a headmaster, and begins. You guys begin hearing in your minds, no matter where you are in the school, Yadrisma's voice coming in. Hey, hello there. I need you to tell me where we are to meet.
I think for this, maybe I've set up the mansion in because I can't take him to my room at the Celestial place. But we still don't want to do it in public, so maybe I've set the mansion up somewhere that can be accessed from somebody's room, and then he can come into the mansion with us.
Very well. Well, I'll meet you there. So as he meets you at the entrance to the mansion, you see Yadrisma there with a couple of boxes under his arms. And he says, Where would you like to be for this?
I personally am going to borrow Oren's meditation chamber. It's a good open space.
Good spot.
Why not? Sorry, Oren.
Very well. Who is first?
Do you want to go?
Ladies first? That is what Grim has heard.
Oh, I don't care.
Alright, go. Yeah, go for it. Why not,
Okay.
right?
Sure.
Grim's is probably gonna get weird, so may as well do yours first.
Okay. That's not nerve-wracking at all, but yes, okay, sure, fine.
No, in case
I'll
things
be,
get, like,
I'll
weird
be the
and
first one to find out what the fuck is going to happen here. That's cool.
But, like, in case, like, weird things start growing with mine, and we have to clean up, we may as well do mine after.
So, Seti.
Yep.
You arrive in your inner realm as Yadrisma begins doing a new setup of candles and incense and a whole bunch of. He gives you a small vial of a very strange colored liquid that seems to shift and swirl inside, as if something alive is undulating just beneath the surface of what you can see. It says,
boy.
Swallow this whole.
Down the hatch.
And as you chug it, at first you taste the bitterness of medicine, and then numbness rolls through your throat and your body, and then as if falling deep underwater, deeper than you've ever gone yourself, the waters of a dreamscape into your inner realm. You find yourself once again there, and you see that there are 4 new floating shards of this black purple glass.
Boy.
I've seen thing inside you. You must prove yourself.
Okay.
Good luck. If you fail, you may try again, but the cost will be half of what this was.
Ah. Okay, so don't fuck it up.
Yeah, yes.
Alrighty. Well,
You're standing where I have you on there. What would you like to do?
very quickly fixing the rolling window, which is still broken, so never mind. I'll just go to the one on my left then, I guess. See
All right, you go
what
to
that's
the
about.
left crystal and you see Lady Hyacinth floating in the glass. And it's like you look to see your reflection as it's very shiny and you see the reflection of everything else, but rather than your own reflection, you see her. And yet she's different, not the way you know her. She's more slender, aged, taller than what you're used to. She looks similar to her sister Titania when you've seen her, but on a much thinner scale. And as you peer into the glass, she peers back at you, but looking down upon you as your height doesn't nearly reach that of her visage.
Hi.
She nods to you for a moment.
Don't really
You
know what
carry with you the black shard of a princess long past. Her legacy is that of my favorite daughter.
Oh.
Can you prove to me that you deserve to carry her legacy? That you do not bring shame to the blade of the Shard Princess? Can you prove that you can carry the weight of my loss?
Oh boy, I had no idea.
We shall see.
How could anybody
And in
be
that
worthy of
moment, the dusk shard appears in your hand and takes the form of a blade.
that?
And you look in front of you as another crystal floats out. And you see the reflection of a young, strange-looking creature reflected in the glass.
Like a fey creature?
She appears to be made of the same material as the glass itself. But she has fey-like features. And in that moment, she says, 30 seconds, child. Begin.
I'm assuming I'm supposed to hit it, so let's hit it. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 with the blade.
Yeah.
Does not hit.
Fuck. I mean, are we doing like combat rules?
These
Like
are combat
that's-
rules. You are in combat. You have 30
So I
seconds
have-
of in-game combat.
Which is how many around there?
5-ish.
Ish, give or take. I think I need to. Bonus action is Tasha's. That gives me a second attack.
Okay.
Would that second? But that I didn't do that before I attacked, so this would be.
I'll say
2.
that you are smart enough to Tasha's first. It's been a
Okay.
while since we played.
That's not gonna hit. That's a 19. Okay, so first round, done. Second round.
No, before you get to take a second round. Does a 27 hit you?
Not if I shield.
You attempt to shield. Nothing happens.
Oh. Hang on. I think I need to take off my mark
Damn
of
it.
soulmates.
Yeah, take that off.
Yeah, I didn't
Ooh.
I didn't rest.
Your
either.
maximum hit points are reduced by 23.
Okay. Mark of soulmates is gone. I'm assuming we rested, so I'm gonna heal up to full. Oop. Maximum is reduced by
23.
23.
Oh, it's your turn.
Oops, minus 23. Okay. Do I have anything that helps me with attack rolls? Steel Wind Strike has multiple targets. Doesn't let me do. I could Green Flame Blade just to add fire damage. What I could do Blooming Blade and all that other shit. I think I just need to fucking roll a hit. Cause I don't think I can beef myself up any other way. Can't inspire myself, can't. Spirit Shroud's concentration, correct? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I Hexblade's Curse?
Can certainly try.
Creature you can see within 30 feet. I get a +6 to damage rolls. Score a crit on 19 or 20. Yeah, I'm going to try to curse it.
The Hexblade's Curse does initiate.
Okay. And then regular actions just going to be take. Okay, 25 to hit.
25 just hits.
Oh, thank God. So I have a 50-50 chance of hitting, basically. So that'll be... I should roll the second attack. But for the first attack, we'd get 9 piercing damage. And then if I Blooming Blade... the dice is in the way. I can't read it. Gotta wait for that to go away. Okay. Blooming Blade is... Okay. We're just gonna assume that I updated it. I don't think I did. 2d6 for Blooming Blade. It's gonna be 8. Necrotic.
It's 3d6.
I was gonna say I think it's
for
3d6.
Blooming Blade.
I didn't update my button for it. So that's 11
No,
necrotic.
So how much piercing and how much necrotic?
11 necrotic, 9 piercing, and 5 radiant from Aspect of Twilight.
The Hexblade Curse gets added to weapon damage.
That's +6 from curse for +6 piercing.
Did you already do the +6 piercing? Because there's no way you did 9.
Yeah, I did 9 damage.
With that added, with the +6 added?
No, the +6
No.
was not added.
I'm saying there's another 6 on top of the 9.
Okay, so another 6 on top of everything you've already told me then.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, attack number 2 is a 34 to hit.
That hits for sure.
Let's turn on combat music too. Okay, so that's 16 piercing. Does it add the 6 again? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 16 total piercing.
Okay.
But I can't use Aspect of Twilight or Blooming Blade again, I don't think. Is Blooming Blade per hit or per round?
I believe it's per round.
I just have to make freaking things on my sheet, but I will look
I'll
that
read
up.
it.
it is 3d6. I need to update that. When you hit an enemy with a melee attack, you can deal an extra damage and gain that amount of healing, which I'm at max anyway.
Doesn't matter, yeah. But yeah, you can go ahead and do it.
It's just like there's only so many times I can do it per combat.
Yeah.
Or like per long rest or whatever.
Per day, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's do another 3d6 necrotic. That'll be 10.
10 necrotic.
And that is my turn.
Okay. And then... Oh. You get lucky. It only rolled a 20 to hit you this time. It's your go again.
Okay.
Round 3.
Do I have any other good bonus actions? I think that was kind of it in terms of that. I can Unsettling Words and make it subtract a d12 from its next saving throw. That's really not that helpful. Alright. Tacky. Ooh, natural 20!
All right.
36 to hit.
Definitely hits.
We're doing 23 piercing.
Blooming Blade.
12 radiant from Aspect of Twilight. And then Blooming Blade is 12 necrotic.
That doubled as well.
Oh,
Yeah, all damage dice is doubled.
okay, so 24 of each.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you didn't double the Aspect of Twilight either, did you?
Because I am dumb, and if it doesn't do it for me, I'm not going to remember.
Okay. Is that your turn? You got one more.
That was 74 damage for all that.
That was my first attack. I have another one. Gonna hit. That's a 29.
29 definitely hits, yeah.
For 15 piercing.
Okay.
And we will Blooming Blade again. I'm running out of charges, but we'll use them all. For 9 necrotic.
Okay. It's cracking.
That's my turn.
It attacks you back. Shard rips out of it. They 27 again to hit.
Yep. Can I silvery barbs though?
No. You attempt to use silvery barbs and your magic does not
Why aren't my
activate.
reactions working?
17 less maximum hit points.
Okay. Oh, I have to add that together, so that's 40 total. Okay.
Okay.
Back to me.
Back to you. It's the beginning of
Ooh,
round
that's
4.
a crit because of it's a 19, so Hexblade's Curse makes it crit, right?
That's true.
Okay, so we have to do this manually though. So damage dice are doubled, but the modifiers are not, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll another d8 to add on top of 11.
Okay.
I got a 1. So 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
You
Plus
did
6.
it!
So 18.
Oh, plus
Hexblade's
6,
Curse.
Right, plus the 6. Look
Okay.
at that, Velan. Thank God for you.
I got
And
you.
then my last Blooming Blade is going to be
66.
That's how I just doubled the damage. I didn't roll double dice, so now I feel bad. Whatever. Loading? Cocked? What are you doing there? Okay, 18 for Blooming Blade. That's necrotic. That was my
Okay.
last Blooming Blade. And then Aspect of Twilight. Is that a D8 or D6? Or D8.
Yeah, D8.
So that's going to be 14 Radiant.
Okay. That's still your first attack.
Oh my god. So many dice are happening. And I have to mark off the Aspect of Twilight. It's all the way at the bottom of my sheet. Okay. Second attack is 29 to hit.
Hits. And
And
as
that's-
it does, before you do any math, it shatters.
Okay.
So as it shatters, you see in the glass Lady Hyacinth smiling at you as she shrinks back to the form you know. She says, "You've proven yourself. Well done, friend." And then the
Thank you.
image disappears and you see your own reflection.
Oh, yikes. I don't get my, I don't recover, do I? Yeah. Oh boy. I'm not looking forward to seeing what the matron's got in store for me. Let's sidle on up.
Go to the north.
Mm-hmm.
You see your father. Do you
Oh.
want to approach the glass?
Sure.
Very well. You approach the glass and you see Morpheus in all of his glory. His eyes burning like stars. A celestial being forged from the cosmos, a primordial of dreams. Each star flecked within him are one of the billions of lives.
Before we get going, I turn the rapier back into a wand.
Okay.
Just
And
in
you
case.
hear in a sort of strong, echoing voice, "You've done well, my daughter. As such, you become the first that I have deemed to grant the aspect of twilight, a part of mine own domain. You have nothing to prove to me, but many things to clarify for yourself.
Right.
Can you accept all that I've done? As a god, as a father, as a weaver of fate, as a manipulator of lives,
Boy.
and can you forgive me?" He looks at you expectantly.
I think I already have. It's like Grim.
You say, "I think I already have." You take one less maximum hit point.
How? I mean, okay. I don't understand or agree with a lot of what you've done, because I don't. But it's like. It's not like you're like my human father. You're a god that is my progenitor, and
At this moment, there's a shock of pain in your mind, and you see an image of your mother left alone to raise you with no father, no life. That sickening feeling of feeling like you don't belong. A girl so out of place, she doesn't know who she is or what she is. She just knows that she's wrong. You find yourself at the edge of a cliff looking upon the briny depths below. Make a wisdom saving throw.
15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
It washes away. You bring yourself back to the present and continue on your thought.
The thing is, you are a being beyond comprehension. You're from a completely different society, a completely different culture. If you're weird or different or absent-minded in the ways that I would expect someone on my level to be,
Another
not
hit
be.
inside of your mind. Now you see something you've never seen before. You see things from his perspective, the entire cosmos laid out before him. You see the weave that he sees, and it is more than your mind can comprehend, and yet he makes it bearable for you in that moment. You see yourself off to the corner, a shining light that he can see at all times, watching you suffer, watching your mother suffer, watching everything, and you know that all he would have to do is lift his hand to end it. He doesn't care. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, 9.
Rage begins to bubble within you, and you continue with that in mind.
Obviously difficult, because my mother deserved better, and I deserved better, but a lot of people deserve better than what they get, and don't have all-powerful beings as their creators. So, you can see she's like holding on to these words like a lifeline. How could you be expected to care when you have that much on your plate in front of you at all times for all eternity? Our problems are very small. Very small. And it is water under the bridge.
Another flash, and you see him staring at a single bumblebee for hours, studying its movements in his new fuddy-duddy form, not understanding why it moves as such, but he spends hours watching every tiny detail, everything that it does.
Most relatable thing he's ever done other than liking donuts. Bumblebees
And
are
you
great,
see-
my dude.
You see at the edge of the weave, a problem arises, and as he lifts his hand, one of his children is erased.
Yeah. Ah.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
19.
With a 19, you can make your own decision going forward.
What I have been telling myself, and what I would very much like to believe, is that you are the way your brain works is so vastly different from ours that to hold you to the same standards would be unfair to everybody. But that, in the end, when it all boils down to it, you are generally doing the right thing, or the thing that needs to be done, because you don't want the universe to be destroyed. And so... Look, okay. Everything that has happened to me personally in my life has brought me here to where I am today. And I wish the world wasn't ending. And I wish things were easier. And not so many people had died along the way. But I have wonderful friends. And I have a purpose. And I have a lovely man. And I have so much that I wouldn't have had if things had been different. If I hadn't thrown myself off that cliff. So, I hope, now that you are in my life, and we are sharing the occasional donut, that maybe in the future you will do a little better by your children.
11 less hit points.
Ow. But I also know that I will be okay if you don't. Because I don't need anything from you that you aren't able or willing to give.
He looks at you expectantly.
Don't know what else to say. What do you want? I don't... It doesn't matter what you want from me. It doesn't.
Are you telling the truth?
I think so. I think Seti is very... Like, next time she's PMSing, she'll be like, that motherfucker, right? But... yeah, I think
The last
she's
question he asked also was, can you forgive me?
Yeah.
Those are the two things.
There are things you've done that are not my place to forgive. My mother would have to forgive you for her pain. But for my pain of growing up not understanding and not knowing and feeling abandoned, because I was, I would not be me without it. And that I can and I have forgiven.
You see your father, as you know him, the fuddy-duddy, not used to being mortal creature standing in the glass. I understand. I think. And he vanishes. You see your own reflection.
Oh. If I had to keep having that conversation staring at him like that, I was going to punch the glass.
There are two more
Okay.
pillars.
Jesus Christ. Whatever the fuck that is. Alright. Next one over to the right.
You see Titania
Thank God.
in all
Please.
her glory.
Oh.
She looks at you up and down and smiles.
Hello.
See the fairies carrying her hair. You now carry my beauty, my allure.
Oh, not
With
even a
such
fraction of it,
power,
but...
you can make anyone your own. But if you wish to prove yourself to me, prove your charm to me.
What?
She looks at you, leans back in the glass, and just waits.
What do you mean by that? Because it sounds like you're asking me to seduce you, but you're my sister, and that's weird. Even if it's like a weird god thing, and we're not actually, but... Oh my god.
All she's doing is just waiting for whatever you choose to do.
I mean, I have actual charm spells. I could just fire one off, but something tells me your DC is incredibly high. Well, my DC, but your saving throw.
I'm just
All right.
imagining Seti charming a rock.
That's what she's doing.
What do I think? Alright. Seti. She's wearing her, like, flouncy, fluffy, wispy dress. She kind of does a little, dance-like sort of flourish and, like, settles down into the grass and pulls out an instrument. I don't know. I think I have a lute. I know I have a violin, but we'll go with lute. And so she's kind of like sort of positioning herself in like the sort of moonlight in the grove to just be sort of like ethereally backlit. And she tosses her hair over her shoulder and begins to play something very calming, like she's pretending she's having one of her shows and there's a crowd that she is trying to lull, like at the end of the night. Like they've had the fun and the partying and the drinking, and now she's trying to like soothe their souls. Play Freebird, chat says. She plays Freebird. No, just like something
Okay.
soft and lilting in Sylvan.
Go ahead and make me a performance check.
Looking at her spells like I'm a dumbass. Performance. Come on, dice, don't fail me now. That is a 26?
The worst you can roll is a 10, right?
I think that's for persuasion.
You lose 9 maximum hit points. She does not seem satisfied.
Yeah. Nine, you said?
Yep.
I really thought this would be the easy one, but okay. Right. Well, if you don't like music, she sets aside the lute and like scoots a little closer to the crystal and sort of lays her head against it, like she's hanging with Bropsy after a long day, and just kind of like resting on her girlfriend's shoulder. And she's like, "So where did you grow up?" Just trying to do like some small talk to try to like draw
Make
out.
a persuasion check.
I get advantage on certain types of persuasion. Oh, that's from beguiling. Is that just on people that haven't met me before? I have an advantage
Fairly
marker, but I
certain.
don't know where it's coming from. Oh, it just says I have advantage on all persuasion and deception checks.
Mhm.
But creatures meeting me for the first time have to make a charisma save. Okay. Cool. That is a 30.
With a 30, you hear a small chuckle in the glass. You are adorable. And her reflection fades.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Good. Good.
In the midst of this trial, which, as you guys have seen, has been happening for some amount of time, she's just been sitting there, and you could see, like, her eyes are getting sunken. Her cheeks are also sinking in. She seems to be losing vitality on the outside.
Getting
While this is
pale.
happening, you get a call from Destrin once again. She says, "Hey, boss. As it so turns out, the Raven Queen is totally down with giving you guys that same sort of time-bendy juice, but she kind of needs it to happen now. Also, bring that boat that you guys have, because I think there's a lake or something on the level that we need to get to." "Okay, that's all. Meet me soon. Bye-bye. Ta-ta. Bye-bye."
Well, okay. Does that mean I should stay here and the rest of you guys should go? Because I'm up next, right?
I guess.
How you guys want to do that?
I don't know, has Arn come back or is Arn still out and about?
No, Orn's back. He was.
Okay.
I had him doing that stuff until he gets back for this.
Gotcha.
So you're all there.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess we should send the three of you with her, right?
Okay.
And then I mean, because if I'm about to do this right after, since we already brought Turisma out there, right? And I can give you the boat. Just tell you the
That's
word.
a box, not a boat.
All right. So they take the boat and the key, and you guys head off to the.
Love to go with you, but I'm about
On
to
the
do
way out,
whatever this is.
I'm gonna grab the deck out of Seti's pack.
Rude.
She can't do shit about it.
Yeah.
All right. And as you guys
Oh,
head out the
die.
door, Seti, you head to the south, Crystal, and you see Baba Yaga
Yep.
turning and twisting. And she looks at you and she says, "Oh, hello, dearie.
Hi.
I have gifted you the Wicked Arcana. Such
Yep.
so powerful you can shake the world with its dark power. But have you squandered my gift, dear?
I mean, I
need you
use
to
these
prove
wings
that.
all the time.
Do not interrupt me, child. I am speaking.
Sorry, didn't realize you weren't done.
I need to prove that you have mastered the arcane and are worthy. 30 seconds again, dear." And you watch
Okay.
a crystal appear.
First things first, I'm gonna crown of stars.
Okay. And it does.
So, action activated. Bonus action. Do I still have the wings up from earlier? Like, how long has it
I think it's
taken?
been over a minute. I don't know how long they last.
Is it a minute or is it 10 minutes? I can never fucking remember. Let's find out. Lasts up to 1 minute. Okay.
So no.
Boy, do I need to get them back out. Because that would be a spell slot, so I'd have to wait until next turn. Just remember that my AC is lower. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna crown of stars, and then bonus action, we'll just send one of them out.
Okay. I believe that's an attack roll.
Yeah, I'm looking for it on my sheet.
Spell attack.
7th level spell? Yeah, okay. Ooh, that's a 40 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And we'll do 24 radiant, but I'm going to add an aspect of Twilight, so it'll be an extra extra 8 radiant, so 32 radiant total.
Okay. Not bad. It's going to send out a flash at you, but I rolled a natural 2, so no dice.
Hey. So then my turn again.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus action Crown of Stars. That's going to be a 29 to hit.
29 does not hit.
No. Ooh. Boy, oh, okay. For my action, I guess we're just gonna do some Eldritch Blasting then. 30 to hit?
30 just hits.
Okay. 32 for the second one. 2 hit. Ooh, and then a nat 20 for the last one. So 3 out of the 4 hit. Last one's a nat 20, so we'll do that first. That's 18 force for that one. Plus 23 for the other two. And then I'll do another aspect of Twilight.
How much for the other two?
23.
Okay.
Plus 9 radiant.
Okay.
That's my turn.
27.
It's.
19.
I can try to shield again.
19.
Damage or max HP?
Max HP.
It's 68 down now. All right.
Let's go.
$32 to hit.
It hits.
21 radiant, and we're going to add Aspect of Twilight to that for my last Aspect of Twilight for the day. So that's another 11 radiant. So 32 total.
So 32 total radiant.
I need to just do Eldritch Blast, but it is my biggest, heaviest thing. I'm looking at... I wish there was a button to like toggle off upcasting on and off. So it was a little easier to navigate. Looking at my 8th level spells, like, do I actually have any good damage ones other than Crown of Stars? Don't think I do. I could try Armor of Agathis to protect myself, but that seems silly. Spells are like not useful in this particular one-on-one scenario. So we'll just stick with.
I would say in the interest of time, maybe pick something quicker.
Yeah, sorry. Oh. I'm rolling. First one's gonna miss. Oh no, that's damage. That's why it's so low. It's gonna miss anyway, because that's a natural one. Second one misses. 33 for the third one.
Okay.
31 for the fourth. So 2 hits. So total damage is 30 force.
Okay. Mm, 12.
Okay. I'm 80 down now. Round of stars. The 39 to hit.
Okay.
Damage is 29 radiant. Nat 20 on the first Eldritch Blast. That's 18 force damage for that one. Second one misses. Third one hits. Fourth one hits. So we're looking at 27 more force damage.
It's starting to crack. Last round. Oh, sorry. It's 24.
Ooh. 4. I still have over 100 hit points.
Busted.
Stars.
Yeah, just do your spells.
31 hit. And 30 radiant damage.
30 radiant damage. Okay. It's still up.
First 2 Eldritch Blasts miss. Third one misses. Come on, man. Fourth one misses. They all miss.
As all 4 of them miss. You here.
Oh, come on!
Sweet.
Look, I beefed it at the very end there, but come on, what were the odds of that?
Make a persuasion check.
I don't want to crack your beautiful face.
Now I really want to.
It's a 30 persuasion.
She looks at you for a moment. She says, "You'll be disappointed. That much is to be sure. But I'll admit, I did cheat from the beginning.
I mean,
So, you owe me one." And she turns back into the matron. And then she says, "Well, see you next time." And she fades away. And as she does, everything goes black. You can feel nothing, see nothing. And then suddenly you can feel your own heartbeat. Boom, boom. A pulse of light. Boom, boom. Another pulse of light. Boom, boom. A third pulse of light. Three different ports surrounding you. You see a silhouette of light. Three different points. And you know you can only walk towards one. The first you see is swirling with magic. It's shaped like yourself. However you see yourself, you would be SETI, but more powerful, grand spellcaster, in touch with the weave of magic. As you have gathered all these fractures, you know you have gathered many of the arcane. And your affinity to become weave-touched is down that path.
Down the SETI path.
On the other side, you look, and you see, bathed in twilight light, ears longer than those you currently have. A stranger form of SETI, but cohesively still you. You see yourself as a fae. A powerful fae. If you walk down that path, you become an archfey. A third pulse of light. You see something shapeless. Something that you could create depending on what you desire. The possession of exalted fractures for each of the 4 patrons. You can walk the path of a lesser deity.
Oh, we know what Minya would pick. So, a SETI path where I'm myself, but like a more powerful spellcaster becoming weave touched. And that.
The 3 choices are weave touched, archfey, and lesser deity.
And SETI would know all about archfey and shit, but like that's basically like, for Sim's sake, what would SETI know about like what would being an archfey mean? Like, materially.
Well, first of all, immortality.
I'm assuming lesser deity would also have immortality.
It depends. Gods get killed all the time.
Boy. And being weave touched would mean being able to see it or influence it, or
Weave
just
touched was you embracing the arcane, becoming a more powerful spellcaster than you ever were before.
boy, really asking me to boil down. I thought it was going to be like one thing, and now I have to make choices.
If you choose, if you want to, you can move on to somebody else, or we can take our break.
I'm sorely tempted by the archfey path. I think growing up I wanted to be a powerful fairy. And I have these wonderful sisters. And Valhadrin was archfey. And to take the path of the lesser deity would be to follow in my father's footsteps. But I think I would be able to do more good down that path. I think the power a lesser deity could wield would be greater than what an archfey can wield. Is that something that SETI would reasonably know or believe?
Make me an intelligence check.
Can it be like history, because she studied Fae?
Sure.
Or like, okay. 19?
19. What you know about gods is their power comes from the number of worshippers that they have. The more worshippers you have, the more powerful you become. There are lesser deities that become lesser deities and live in obscurity within the woods, worshipped only by the squirrels within their tree.
I mean, that sounds dope as hell, too.
They also are constantly within the political war over domains and power with one another. If you claim a domain, you gain the power associated with that domain, but with none, there is no power. You begin entering into a battle. It is the first step towards godhood, not an ascension into it. Archfey will limit what you can become. However, it is an instant change into your most Fey-like form, gaining the same base power that they all have. And heading towards the arcane will make you a more powerful spellcaster and broaden what you can accomplish.
All very tempting. I'm so out of character. You know my hopes for Seti's future because we played a one-shot in this imaginary realm where she has a domain, like a sort of pocket dimension, that is a safe haven for people, a refuge. And so I'm trying to, in my head, like, is that her as a deity with her own little, she's like the goddess of refuge or refugees? Or is that
That's
something an
entirely up to you.
archfey could feasibly have done? Like an archfey has a place.
It's something any of them could reasonably do. But let's just say this.
Let's go to our break, maybe.
Seti takes a step forward. Down which path, we'll find out after our break.
Mm.
And we're back. So, Seti, do you step down a specific path, or should we come back to you after we check in with everybody else?
Seti steps down the last path. The least defined one. The one that is entirely open-ended and entirely up to her to figure out later.
Fair enough. At this moment, you guys watch the life come back to Seti's cheeks. Seti, if there are any physical changes you would like, you will look however you desire.
Oh.
She was a one-eyed, one-horned, blind purple people eater.
I think part of this process was fully accepting and internalizing the fractures that she had until now sort of thought that she might get rid of after all this is over. And so she doesn't actually look that much different. She's still got the sort of curved claws and the black tipped fingers, and her hair is still that dusky shade with her dad's eyes and stuff. But I think she's just got, there's just something a little bit more, there's like a faint maybe glow about her, like she looks more,
She has a godly presence.
yeah, just more like there's like her skin is maybe a little bit more dewy or radiant or something. Like there's just take whatever little je ne sais quoi was there before and dial it up a bit.
Okay.
No more split ends for this bitch, you know?
So Seti is standing there looking a little bit more resplendent than before.
Do I have all my hit points back?
You have, yes, you are full hit points. You have finished your change. Congratulations.
Thank you for your help.
On to the next. And as he looks at Grim, we're going to cut away for a moment to the rest of you meeting up with Destrin at the ziggurat. As you stand at the base of the tower and begin working your way up, she says, So, guys. And actually, it's more like, so, guys. I guess we're going to make some progress. You see the hands covering her face. In your little tower climb. Of course, the spoils are all yours. I need nothing but the sword.
Do you know which sword it is? Because we might find like a bunch of swords.
The sword's name is Soul Ripper.
Oh, that sounds cuddly.
Well, not so much. But it is what it is. Well, you guys have the key, so I'll follow you.
That's Orin. I don't have that key.
I don't know who normally has it, but we'll say I have it.
Yeah, I was saying that you guys would have gotten it before you left. So as you ascend the ziggurat proper, you go up 2 flights of stairs, not exiting onto the one where you see the miners sort of pass by, give you some nod and say, "Oh, hey, the boss is here. Oh, we got stew things for him today. We need something for us, boss."
Oh, no, we're just gonna go unlock the next level. and
Hey, well,
clear it
very
out.
well then, sir. Good luck out there. Says another as you make your way up another flight. You see the darkness peering through on this floor as you look ahead into the black webs and the dismal where Black Razor once rested. And then you ascend to the next floor. Slide the key in and turn the lock. And as you step forward, you see a nearly ultraviolet blue light. Cerulean grass. And you look above you as you step out of the ziggurat and see nothing but grassland and craggy rocks, and what appears to be a 15-foot tall wall some several feet ahead of you. Atop this wall, you see, with glasses on and reading a pile of books, is some sort of dog-like person wrapped in fine cloth. I'm going to move us to there for just a moment. Oh, no, not that. Where am I going? All pages. Actually, I won't bother moving us over there yet. Yes, so he looks over and he goes, "Oh, hello there. Who are you, and what are you doing near our well?"
Well, we just entered this level of our ziggurat. Did not expect to
Ziggurat?
find anyone in here.
I see, the Black Tower, the mysterious tower. You've come from there. It's been locked for some time. I had many theories as to what it is. So you call it a ziggurat, is it? Very intriguing indeed. Well,
You're referring to a black tower here?
turn around. As you look back from the door you walked out, you see a black tower.
That is not the same building.
We came out of that.
Indeed. Or at least you walked from that direction. I was in my books until I heard your footsteps upon the grass.
Yeah, that could be where we came from.
Well then, if you by chance are able to open that door back up and exit along with me with you, I would be mighty pleased. I've been guarding this well so long I don't see the point anymore, now that we are in our own locked space, as it were. I mean, see for yourself. You look to the left and right, and you see the grass sort of disappears after a bit. You see the blue sun shining up above. You see the light, and then you see the grass just kind of stops about 100 yards in any given direction.
So what is the purpose of this well that you are supposed to guard?
Oh, Oh, you're not aware of the Wells of Darkness?
Nope.
Oh. Well, it's very unfortunate. Even though this is but a small sliver that remains in this place, these are in fact a prison.
So there's a prisoner in there?
Indeed there is, my ward, who I must keep here for, well, until her sister tells me otherwise. And I am but a guard of this place to make sure there's no funny business, and to stop any passing imbeciles, which there were back in the plain proper. But now, as it is, that our little sliver of the abyss is nothing more than, well, just this small floating island in the depth of nothing here, and my well where the mistress is kept.
Who is the prisoner?
Oh, well, that's no business of yours. It's of no importance. Now then, if you'll turn around, we can leave back through where you came from. Is that right?
But who are you?
Oh, my name. Let me look it up real quick. What was his name?
Just nudges Orin like, what if he's the prisoner?
That's a good point.
Oh shit! I forgot to write down his name. Well, my name's not very important either, now is it?
This is very important. As is the name of the prisoner, if we're going to be the ones that now control entry to this place.
Oh, that's right. You control this place. Is that it?
We are the current owners of the only key that lets anyone in here.
Interesting. Interesting. Man, this thing is really failing me trying to find stuff. Well, as it is, the exit for me then.
Well, you see the door was locked behind us. We didn't come in with the key. We were sent to see what was here.
Ah, sorry. Well then, are you trapped here as well then?
Well, every other level, we've had to basically defeat something, and it opened it up.
Or solve.
Oh, right then. Well, you won't be defeating me. That would be untoward of you. I am but a humble Arcanoloth, and I do not wish to be violent with anyone.
Insight check?
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
Make an insight check.
16.
Ooh, a nat 20 for a 37.
Well,
I also have the glasses on. So.
he's definitely hiding something. You're not sure what. But he doesn't seem to be lying about not wanting to fight you. But he's definitely hiding some things, especially his name at the moment.
Mm-hmm. And the name of the prisoner.
And the name of the prisoner.
Well, I don't think we can just let you out because we have no way of doing that at the moment.
Unfortunate indeed. Indeed, very unfortunate. Well, here's the rules then. This is my sitting spot. Don't touch my books. There's not much in the way of food, but you're unlikely to starve here. There doesn't seem to be a real need to eat. You'll be trapped here for all eternity unless you find a way back through that door. And do not jump into the well, or your imprisonment will become much more permanent and much less comfortable. Whereas there are ways that you could once traverse the entirety of the 73rd layer of the abyss before, like I said, we are not but a floating island. And there is nowhere to go but this small area. The ground does not create nutritious eats for you to have, and, well, it's just a bad time all around. Let me get this straight. You're just looking to escape. This place is a prison, and inside the well is a worse prison. Exactly. Guys, we fucked up. Now we're going to cut back to Grim. Grim, you drink your swill, your body goes numb, and you find yourself falling deeper and deeper and deeper.
This is familiar. Once again.
You open up your eyes and you find yourself in your inner realm. This one's yours. I didn't change anything, but
there's a big
The
mushroom
tree.
tree there
but there's a big mushroom tree there.
with things hanging
Hanging
off of it.
from each one is a sort of representation of each of your fractures. You hear, you have a strange device. Nice.
Yeah.
It appears that each one has become like fruit of a tree in some sense.
So do I have to eat it?
I think so.
I guess I should go in order, right? Maybe why not start chronologically?
It is up to you.
I guess I'll go to my gas spore then, right?
Okay. You walk over to your gas tyrant spore.
Not gonna
It's
taste good.
hanging there.
Gonna just like
It's just
poke it.
you poke it, and just kind of like flubs as you poke it and sort of rocks while hanging from the shroom.
Like try to like pick it.
You do, and as you do, you pull it apart, and you see it just kind of comes off in your hand.
Okay. Here it goes. Kinda like
You take a bite, and you immediately feel a rush of the foulest, most unpleasant stinging within your mouth.
oh, just like Mom used to make.
How much damage does your gas tyrant spore do?
A lot. Let's see. Let's see. Well, I mean, now that I don't actually share as many, because they're not all abyssal. Only 3 of them are abyssal transformation or whatever. So technically, it only does 66. Each one does.
Each one does 6d6.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as it stands, as you bite into it, you feel poison spread into you for the first time since you became immune to such a thing. And your immunity is not working.
Yeah. I mean,
You feel
I would-
searing pain run through you. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw to even move and not sit there retching.
I rolled a 4 for an 18.
For an 18,
Yeah.
you can still move for now.
This is
But
great.
you do take 7, 10, 14, 19 points of poison damage.
Here we go. This
You
is
look
so
towards the next
yummy.
fruit, and you can see that it's further than you thought it was. What was once a few steps away seems like you would have to sprint to make it there right now. You begin running. Running towards what you assume is the breath funnel. Make me an athletics check.
Oh, great. Because I'm so good at athletics. A 20. Haha.
With a 20, you
about as
feel
good
for a
as I can
moment as if the different tendrils of several of the mushrooms are reaching out, trying to grab your feet as you run towards the next mushroom. But you get there in plenty of time. However, you're going to take damage yet again.
Do I need to make another check or no?
Not yet, because you're here. You made it. You don't have to roll the Constitution check yet.
Okay.
That's just to move.
Probably shouldn't have started
21
with the
points
one
of
that
poison damage.
poisons me.
You
Did it
see
on
the
hard
next
mode.
fruit hanging above you. What would you like to do?
Well, I guess we're gonna eat this one in hopes that it makes me poison immune.
You take the breathing fungal growth and you take a bite. As you do so, you feel your breath leave your lungs. You are now suffocating and poisoned. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw to begin moving towards the next
This is great.
one.
I rolled a 25.
With a 25, you can keep moving.
Okay,
You begin running full tilt towards the next one.
Oh.
That's one. I need you to make me an athletics check.
I'm really bad at those. Oh, I rolled a 22. That's even better.
You do great and make your way through. However, you are going to take damage. That's 30 points of poison damage. However, you do make it there for the Sovereign Spore. You immediately take a bite. Okay. As you take a bite,
It's more like shoving it down his throat because he can't breathe.
you find your mind begins to swim. You're confused and you know it.
Oh no.
It's hard to even see straight. You see what could be the right direction to run for the last one, but you're not sure if you can make it there in time or not. So, I need you to make me I didn't write what it was, but this should be a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Oh, shit. I rolled a 2 for a 19.
For the first check on this one, because you started this one now and not earlier, that's enough
Oh, thank God.
for you to not have to roll on the confusion table. However, you have a long way to run. 2 rounds of suffocation have happened. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw to move.
Oh, that's only a 20.
With a 20, you find yourself stumbling. You're going to lose a round of movement.
Okay.
However, we've got you only take 14 points of poison damage this time.
Good time for my poison to not be very good.
You begin stumbling forward
He's
instead
like,
of moving.
oh. So it'd be
And
really
as you begin,
Is Drizma watching? Because he's probably getting a kick out of this.
you guys see Adriza going.
You see Grimm's just like.
You see all these different voices laughing.
Grimm's just like on the ground. Well, I guess it's just Seti there, right? But
you begin moving as much as you can, stumbling towards the last fruit, reaching out, choking, coughing, suffocating. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
all right, let's
and a
roll good on this
Constitution
one.
saving throw.
A 32 on the wisdom.
You have control of your
And-
body.
And a 32 on the con.
You can move. You begin running. The distance is long. You
It's
can
a long
feel your
distance.
body heavy. I
This is
need you to
gonna be
make me an athletics check to
it's gonna be a
not trip.
terrible athletics check. It's a 6.
With a 6, the vines reach out and they grab you, pulling you to the ground. You're almost there. You can feel it. There's just moments left. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw and a Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah,
And a
21
strength
on
check.
the con. 22 on the wisdom. And a 7 on the strength check.
You are held to the ground. You can't break free. You can see it right above you.
Still not dead.
And you take 20 points of poison damage. You're feeling the end of the breath in your lungs. I need you to make me a Wisdom saving throw.
Just gurgling. 24.
I need you to roll a d10.
Okay. A D10. Okay. He's just a mess right now. That is a 6.
You lay there, staring up. Can't move. Can't reach.
Just need a break.
Can't. And you feel your heart begin to slow. And then you remember you're a lich. And you don't die yet. You don't lose consciousness.
That's right. I'm
You're
kind
held down and your breath is gone. You should be dead. You've suffocated. But instead of stopping, dying, and starting over, trying again, costing money, you are stuck and you are undead. I need you to make me a Wisdom saving throw.
Yo. 25. God damn it. I should have asked for a fucking inspiration or something.
Make it roll a d10. I need to roll poison.
Oh, you do need to roll poison, yeah.
For 8,
4.
13. Only 15 points of poison damage. On a 4, you don't move.
Just like,
You sit there. No breath. No life. You're staring. Things are beginning to go black.
do I have just like spell casting or no?
You do, but you don't have a voice at the moment.
I don't need a voice anymore
Then you
because I'm
absolutely
an
have spell casting.
archdruid. Can I freedom of movement myself?
Sure.
At least get the vines off of me?
If you don't need somatic components.
Yeah, because archdruids.
verbal.
Let's see, the archdruids. Let me look at the thing and read it. You can use your wild shape an unlimited number of times and can ignore verbal, somatic, and material components without cost when casting in normal or wild shape forms.
Then yeah, you can.
He's just gonna be like, all right, okay, enough of this. It's just like,
And in that moment, his eyes flash and he just watch as the mushrooms just fall away and you stand up and begin reaching. You're going to take poison damage.
yep. It's like, all right, I can cast spells.
11, 17, 18, 20. 24 points of poison damage. But now you have to have the strength to reach up. I need you to just make me a strength saving throw.
Which isn't much better than it. Oh, 22. That's really good for me.
With a 22, you reach up and you grab it. The last fruit.
It's probably gonna kill me. You just think, you don't have any breath, so you're just like.
So you just stick it in your mouth and just
Shove
choke
it
it
down my
down. Just shove it all the way down your throat. pain is searing through. Your lungs are dead. There's nothing left in them. You feel nothing but crushing pain throughout your entire body, and we both know what that feels like. We've had panic attacks. And as you just lay there,
It just like falls back down. Like
falls back down on the ground, searing pain through your whole body, the poison killing you slowly, everything killing you. You feel as exhaustion sets in. 1 point of exhaustion, 2, 3, 4, 5. Death. You find yourself surrounded by darkness. You open your eyes and blink, and you feel your heart begin to boom, boom, beat once again with a pulse of light. Boom, boom, a pulse of light again. Boom, boom, another pulse of light. One side, you see yourself, your mangled, strange form, horns rising from it. The horns feel symbolic, and you know, with the heat rolling off of it, the muscular strength, the form of it, that is the path of the demon. On the other side, you see an ever-changing, shifting, swirling form. At no point does it sit still in one part. You see mushrooms growing, changing, growing, changing, growing, changing infinitely, like a kaleidoscopic effect. Something about it is the path of infinite forms. On the last path, you see ahead of you a strange, changed version of yourself, constantly shifting, but in a weird, alien way. Wings appearing, disappearing, flesh becoming more torrid, more slimy. That is the path of the aberration.
Well,
You can ask me if there's questions you have.
I mean, like, so one is
One is the path
abyssal.
of a demon.
Yeah, one's like the
Is your-
abyssal path. One's the like the transformation path, right?
One's the transformation path, and the last one is the aberration, which is a synergy boon path, which makes you more monstrous, and its requirement is at least 1 far realm fracture and 3 fractures that are of the dark, abyssal, infernal, fallen, or far realm influence.
So is that going to be like kind of a combination of?
That's gonna be the weird choice.
Oh well, let's go with the weird choice, because it's going to combine like my Death Eater and my Sovereign and every mushrooms and everything else. Into like
Well,
a
I'll tell
weird-
you what it does. It's gonna give you a weird mutation. 1 weird mutation. And some other bonuses.
I know,
Because
he-
it's either going to be
And it's
The
going to be your choice
transmutation.
of what the mutation is.
it's either going
The
to be
other one,
the transmutation one. I feel like just thematically,
the
or
what transformation you mean?
yeah.
Transformation is going to give you more transformation related uses,
Hmm.
which is going to be like hers. You remain basically the same, but functionally better in combat. And the demon is going to give you more demonic centric changes, which again, is going to make you stronger, tougher, but it won't be. It's a lot of more of what you already have. There's a lot of overlap.
Yeah,
But
I want
the
the
things that
aberration.
You want the aberration?
Yeah, he's gonna be the aberration.
Okay, I'm gonna send you the aberration because this one is not weird. I'm gonna have to do the stuff with Sim afterwards.
You gotta go for the weird. Whatever the weird one is, that's always the one to pick. When in doubt, be weird. The demon one is just, that's not grim really so much. Even though he's
Yeah.
got so much abyssal stuff. It's not like mushroom themed, you know.
Okay.
It's just because all of his mushrooms come from demon land.
What demon
But-
is that? That's the mushroom demon.
That's the mushroom demon.
It doesn't do things as well. But the titles, their choices are list. It got rid of the or the bullet points, so you can't tell with. So the first one goes with defensive flight. So it's Wings of Chaos, Gray Flesh, Eldritch Mind, Twisted Limbs. Those are the options.
So Wings of Chaos, Gray Flesh, Eldritch Mind, Twisted Limbs. So it's 4?
Yep.
Okay.
So your choice is one of those for how we see Grim when he stands up here in a moment. Seti, you were the only one sitting with Grim and Idrisma as this event was going on. And you watch Grim sit there at first. You see he begins to you can see pain roll across his face for a moment. And then you see him his breathing just starts to stop and he begins choking. His body's still sitting in a sort of meditative position, but his body is just shaking uncontrollably. You see him functionally die right in front of you.
But I know he's a lich. Right? Idrisma, he's
Yeah.
going to be fine because he's a lich.
He is a strange creature. I don't know how he will behave.
Oh boy. Betty does her best not to panic. But she's like, oh, the rest of the team left, and now what am I going to tell them when they get back? And he died on my watch, and... How do I notify his next of kin? Is it Destrin at this point?
So 7.
Oh, the 7 is the... Never mind, ignore the 7.
So just that number D6 is just okay.
My city.
The modifier
She's
D6.
panicking.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm going bonkers right now.
Gotcha. 'Cause that's the one I'm leaning towards.
I like how Graham
And that-
immediately knew he was going to take the weird thing. He's like, I have no doubt about the kind of person I am or want to be. It's like a crystal clear vision. It's not even a question.
And that would go up to 28, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
you're at 26.
Yeah, because I'm at 26 right now.
Yep, that's
Hero
pretty
bot.
strong.
Yeah, because it's either that or Twisted Limbs.
And that doesn't cost you a spell slot. You can just do that.
That's just an
every
attack
round
that
if you want
can
to.
do. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's gonna do Eldritch Mind.
Okay, so you watch as Grim opens his eyes, and it affects your visuals however you want. If you want to change yourself to become more cohesive, to be more Forbolg-like again, anything you like to change about your appearance, but what you see now will be the permanent Grim. Until you maybe try to ascend to godhood some other way later.
He's definitely still gonna be like mushroom me.
Okay.
Is it like the Lich Mushroom? Like, because you just got a new appearance. Or is this like reverting before that?
No, he's still gonna be like what he was before, right? Because beforehand he was like his flesh was like all kind of mushroomy, right? And then he just got kind of like more lich-like, and his eyes were already kind of like glowing with the light from the thing, right? From the fracture. From the
I'll
Death
say
Eater.
that at this point your eyes are just like a sort of they're black more or less, but like a sort of like strange brain matter around them, and then in the center is this sort of strange like bent in star shape with like yellow light coming out of it.
Yeah, so that's what he still looks like.
Yeah.
Just but with like he's got that spongy mushroom flesh like he did. Still,
the only thing that I would suggest maybe changes is the top of his head sort of creates like a sort of mushroom-like cap that sort of becomes a little bit larger, and it has like twists and it has brain-like all over it.
Looks all cranium-like.
Okay, but
brain matter.
But you know what would have been a really fun prank is if we came out of our thing looking like Mitnir. And then when he gets back, we're like,
we both just look like Mitnir.
Yeah, he gets back and it's just a house full of Mitnirs. And we're like,
we all awakened to Mitnir.
And then we gaslight him like he's the imposter.
Oh, I died again. Oh.
Yeah, you did.
Caduceus says, well done. You have become something more. And final.
Yeah, it sucked. It's really, really not fun.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
This motherfucker was laughing the whole time. I was going out of my mind thinking I was watching you die a second time in a row.
Yeah, so what happened is Grim got poisoned and then had to go and eat another thing that took away his breath, and then he had to go do another thing that made his brain all fuzzy, and then he had to run to another thing while poisoned and not able to breathe, and while his brain is all fuzzy, and he had to try to go get another thing that then killed him. That's the whole story. It's really fun.
Boy, well, that makes mine sound pleasant by comparison.
Just had, I was just flailing around, dying.
You know what I had to do for mine, Grim? I had to forgive my dad.
I mean, I take mine.
So
I still got Grim. I choose Grim.
At that moment, Cleary walks in. He says, "So I have good news and I have bad news.
Hey.
The good news is I've gotten Mitnir's refund. The bad news is our 20,000 gold has been denied."
Oh, it's fine.
Well, that is what it is. We can just take it out of Mitnir's.
I would love to help you out with my own finances, but I am currently sitting around 6K all said.
No, and you're going to need, hang on, wait, Adrismus, hey, you have your thing to do, your awakening. Can you, can you do that by yourself? Do you need to pay Adrisma as well? Like, what can we
can pay, we have extra.
I don't.
I don't know.
Grim has money.
Well, I have everything set up more or less.
Grim can pay him. He's fine.
Discount.
Yeah, I mean, Adrisma, is there like a buy one get one, or like an awakener's discount we could?
Grim has the money.
Purchase.
Grim can pay.
Grim, shut up! I'm trying to negotiate.
Has the money.
But what if? But then what if we don't have funds to like save the world with afterwards, though.
Maybe you should get a muzzle for the one with the money.
Yes, this is not the first time
I
he
don't
has
know
undermined
how
me
much
with.
money I have.
At that moment, we're going to, while the non-haggling begins, throw ourselves back to the others.
Not the
Grim's like, how
great-
about 15,000?
We seriously fucked up.
Grim's not good with
Hi.
money.
How do we get to the next floor?
Well, there's got to be another stairway, right?
Both of you. You're 3 feet, four of you. The other ones are quite quiet, I must say. I've been here for some 600 years. So, enjoy going mad?
Why'd you get left or chosen to guard the well?
Oh, well, because I'm very skillful in my own right. A credit to my species, one might say.
At least you were 600 years ago.
Oh, well, I've had nothing to do but study and exercise here. So I feel as though I'm actually even better than before. Fairly certain that there are none who have lived 600 years in my particular species.
Ooh. Is there any other structure? Like, kind of looking around, like, is there anywhere else there could be a hidden, like, door stairwell thing to,
Oh, well, might as well move you all to the map now that you know it's a well. This is your map.
I'm guessing the well is going to just be like a black pit.
Did I not move you guys over?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of blue, but
Oh. Yeah, it appears to be water. I mean, you guys can go check it out if you want. What is the noise going on out there? Should check on that,
Not
babe.
me.
Is it on my end? It's the cats.
Yeah, I should check on that. So you see he's sitting upon a very, 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 very large well.
and all of this was for one prisoner, not like.
Yes, the prisoner inside was of great import at one time, but as of now is considered a vestige, actually. They haven't spoken to me in about 250 years. Which is why I tend not to address them. They just become nothing more than dust, in a sense.
So you're guarding an empty well?
Oh, well, I'd like to believe she's still down there somewhere, but if I'm lucky, she's dead a long time.
And
What
her
did-
name is.
Oh, you'll think you're going to pull a fast one on me, already having revealed the gender of my captive. Already slipped up more than I would have liked. I don't know you, and if you're servant of her or one of her allies, I do not wish to have any conflict with you.
Well, I can't confirm or deny that we are or not her servants because we don't know who she is.
Indeed. And if we're going to have this sort of dizzying conversation for the next 600 years, I'll probably be dead long before that time arrives.
So what did she do to get imprisoned?
Oh, well, the specifics of it do fade from my memory. But in a sense, she wronged quite a few people. They were, in fact, important within certain realms in which we resided, and there you have it. You could at least try leaving, just to make sure that you're trapped in here with me.
Okay, group huddle. You know,
Hey, everybody leans in.
so we can either try and sneak back and leave him here and see if there's another way to go up. We could jump in the well. We could shove him in the well. That's all I got so far.
I'm sort of a fan of shove him in the well.
I could at least fly around and have a look around first.
Well, I mean,
Might
yeah,
as
I'm just.
well.
These are my options so far. You know,
All right, let me look around and see if I see anything.
All right, so you begin flying around the area. Like I said, about 100 yards in any given direction, more or less, not specific. It's not like a big circle. It's very jagged, rocky. It just falls off into nothing.
Can I still like fly out there, or is it like stop me?
You can try to fly out there, yeah. Begin flying, and after a few feet out, seems okay. A few more feet, you feel the wind kind of dropping out from beneath your wings. It's as you see. It is a very deep, dark well. But go ahead and make me a perception check.
Would I do it with my advantage?
Yeah.
Those glasses. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's not very good. 22.
With the 22, you can't see super well, and it's strange because you can see through anything, more or less. The issue is that there's some sort of distortion in what you're looking at. It's as if you're not just looking through the surface of the water, but maybe you're looking through two surfaces of water.
Screen just go down?
Yeah, I'm recording now. We got disconnected.
Okay.
It's as if there are two lenses and they're distorting one another.
Hmm. And I can't see like a figure or anything in there, right?
You see something in the very bottom, like not even sure if it's in the very bottom or if it's floating somewhere in the middle, but somewhere deep down the well. You do see something. You just can't make out what it is.
All right, I'll fly back down.
How
to the
does it
beach.
look up there, old friend? That's what I'll be saying in a few hundred years.
It looks like a well. I don't know. I can sort of see something in there, but can't really make it out.
Oh, well, yes. We all think we see something in the well eventually. Chances are it's just our imagination and the creeping madness throwing shapes in the water.
I'm gonna pop up onto the wall.
How close to his pile of books?
No, off to the side, like not by his books, just
You start to get a little close, and you're.
yeah. I don't want. I'm gonna lay down with my head like in the well, like looking over the edges. Hello.
It's like a 15-foot high wall, and you get up it pretty easy because you're near, and that's almost
I got
a
wings.
hop.
I just go boop.
Oh yeah, you got wings. You forgot you can fly now, so you just fly on up there, and you look, and it's another maybe 20 feet down inside the well before it hits water.
Yeah, just kind of stick. Hello, just yelling down
Just
the well.
hello, and it just sort of reverberates off the water, and you see a ripple, and then you hear in your mind, hello.
So not dead.
Not yet. Doesn't matter if you said that out loud or not.
With the ring, Mitnir kind of goes, they're still in the well.
Always.
I'll reply in the ring. Ask them their name.
Do you remember your name?
I
Kind of
heard
hesitant,
him.
like side eyes the guy on the wall, like.
You hear her say, I heard him.
All
right, let me get to my notes here.
Kind of looks up at Orin like,
My
nonverbal
name is
communication, like.
Amore.
I'll repeat that to Orin.
My name is Shami Amore.
Have I ever heard of this name?
Make a history check.
Oh boy, let's see. Oh, with my 16, I don't think so.
32.
32. How much have you read about the Abyss?
It's hard to say.
I believe in that case with a 32, all you know is that they at one point were an abyssal lord.
Okay.
And since they have gone missing from the history books.
Okay, so he is telling the truth, maybe. And
if you're talking about Oreshka, he speaks the truth. He is my prison god. It was my sister who put me here and keeps him in my charge, although we seem to have shifted somewhere strange this time.
Well, you're in a well. That's kind of strange to start with, so.
Not here. This is a place where they imprison all. Does not matter how powerful you are, you cannot escape the wells of darkness.
So don't jump in. Got it.
You could, though. We could have such fun together. You look in for a moment, and as you're kind of looking at the water, you see a figure start to appear deep in the water. It's the most beautiful creature you have ever seen.
Arna, are you seeing this?
Am I?
After a moment, you hear a little bit of music, singing her voice, singing up towards you, calling to you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Looks kind of inviting.
Is that for Mitnir?
Mitnir needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Wisdom saving throw.
You gonna get sirened into the well?
That's 19.
With a 19, you do not fall for her charm, but just barely. You can feel as if she was luring you in.
Just kind of looks away. All eternity's a little long for my taste.
Oh, so very sad. As the singing stops. I was hoping if I got you in here with me, you might use some of that power within you to liberate me. Besides, the thing you need to move up to the floor you seek is here in this well.
Just very like flatly, just like.
I'm sorry. Are you having an issue? Don't look into the water too long. You'll find yourself becoming very angry. Happens to me once every few hundred years, must say.
Okay, I didn't get any sense of anger, but I think what we need to get out of here is in there. And just kind of points into the well.
Oh, well, that's very unfortunate for all of us, because going in there means certain death. If the creature within this well is still alive, definitely she will devour you one way or another.
How committed are you to keeping her in the well?
Pretty committed, I must say.
But you were willing to leave.
Oh, yes, because I think that she's well and truly trapped now. We're in a different dimension without the dimension of prisons, but the rules of the prison remain. And if you have the only key in and out of here, then as it is, she's full on stuck forever, assuming I can strike a good enough bargain with you as we exit this place.
Destrin, do you have any idea how many more floors to the sword?
No idea. It could be 1, 2, 12. Nobody knows how high your tower is.
But the way up is
down. According to an entity we don't really know.
I mean,
I could send Klepto down, but I kind of fond of that hand.
We do know that at some point they were an abyssal lord, but other than that, lord of what? Who knows? But I mean, what's an abyssal lord compared to the things we've defeated?
But how do we find the way up by going down without getting stuck on the way down?
Trying to confuse yourself with that? Mitnir, don't think too hard. It's okay. I don't know, guys.
I don't know.
It depends. Is it
what
an
about the
actual
bird?
abyssal lord
She's a
or just an
spellcaster.
avatar?
Do you have any way to get them out?
Pulls up other sheet.
Pulls up other sheet.
Just out of curiosity, gonna open the seal and see if I can get Grim on it. Just like, assuming no.
Roll a D100.
You're trying to call me on the seal? Is that what you said?
Yeah. 82.
No.
I didn't think so. Just when I was like, no, okay.
I mean, that was within his level, right?
No, I wasn't doing this one top and bottom. I was doing this one.
Yeah, this 69.
This one had a 19% chance of happening.
Doesn't really have any sort of teleporting stuff. Could try whirlwind and shoot us out of the well. I don't know.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yes.
You hear you hear the dog person, as you can see them as, just going, good luck, old bean. You're totally fucked if you try that, but sure. Good try. Because the creature down there's no way she would have used some amount of magic to try to blast through. This is capable of keeping demon lords imprisoned.
What about celestial beings?
Beats me. I'm sure they've been in prison before. It's not all that's locked up down there. It just happens to be something that.
What's the
I think he's
individuals
frozen.
ever
Oh,
escaping.
he's back.
what's the is it the wall of the well just stone? Like
Oh, no, I'm not entirely sure. Some sort of very strong material, though, that's for certain.
So, do you believe being down there when they say the way out is in there? Or are they just trying to get you in there?
You asking him in here?
Yeah.
there's nothing else here. I don't think there's any other doors on the tower unless there's a window we can climb in. So the only other thing here is the well.
Can maybe ask them what they meant? What's down there?
When you say the way up is down there, what do you mean? He's just yelling at the well, and he does this too.
There's silence for a few minutes. I wasted so much energy speaking before. I'm so very weak. But I shall do my best to help you see. She helps your vision focus. You can see the water becomes a little bit more still. As it does, and you peer in, you see, hovering and slowly turning, hundreds of feet below in this long, deep well, is a key.
She found the next key.
Did I see the water change, or is this just something Mitnir saw?
Make a perception check.
$29.
29? Just something Mitnir saw.
I mean, in prison for 600 years. That's served sentence, right? If she ends up getting out,
Saying that out loud?
kind of, yeah.
Says, unfortunately, that's not going to work for me, because if she's freed and we do get out of here, I'm very dead. So no, not going to happen over my dead body. Literally.
Well, I don't know what to do here. I mean, if you want to get out of here, the way out is potentially in the well.
Make a persuasion check.
Not my strong suit. 11.
Says, well, that's just a shame. I
So what-
suppose we're all going to get to know each other very, very well.
So why would you be dead, right? The person who you assigned you to this job would kill you, right? That's
Oh, most certainly, and with very little delay.
so. What if you just worked for a different Abyss Lord then?
Could certainly try. But I doubt they would protect a person with little zero resume to show before them.
I mean, you've got dedication. You've been here for 600 years.
That's true, but I doubt they would protect me from my current master when I betray them. That sort of puts a bit of a brand upon you.
I mean,
Because you're not loyal for 600 years and then not loyal and then now suddenly desirable. You're only desirable if you remain loyal.
so here's how I see it. you were discarded. You were extra. You're here. And your master's sister might forgive you for letting her out.
Make a persuasion check. Or deception. Whichever you feel is more true.
I feel like that's generally truthful. 25.
25. It's possible I could be forgiven. Sure, certainly. But if I'm not, it's a very big risk for not much reward.
You get out of here feels like a big reward. Whether you die or not, you still get out of this place.
Says, that's true, that's true. Aye, even in death, I could be free of this bloody well. You know what, friend? You've convinced me. Now you've just got to convince the rest of me. And in that moment, you see as another one appears. And another one appears. And another one appears. And another one appears. And I can't keep scrolling, but and another one appears. And another one appears. And one more appears.
Oh, no, that's a useful trick.
Why are there so many of you?
Says, because I've had nothing to do but divide my attention among a bunch of different things. And so we've all kind of just become very good friends as we've been separated for so long. We're basically different pups. But you know what, friend? I'm on your side.
Could we, put you back together?
Oh. Well, that would be very interesting. I'd be a 9-way schizophrenic.
Or just one whole new person?
It's possible, but nothing I've read over the past 600 years, multiple times, would suggest that that would happen.
In your very limited amount of books you've had in here.
Correct. I've read the same books over and over and over again, and nobody will trade with me.
What do the other yous have different books?
I don't know. Ask them. We haven't been talking lately.
What do we even call them?
Try, hey you!
What was the name that the chick gave us for this guy?
The name that she said was Oreshka.
Oreshka. So I'm going to say, hey, Oreshka.
You say, hey Oreshka, and there's a moment. And the dog, the Arcanoloth, as they are actually called, looks at you for a moment and says, and how is it that you know my name?
The being in the well told us.
One of the ones that is to your right, or to Mitnir's right, puts his books down and turns and addresses you and says, so that's how it's going to be. You'll speak with them, but not with me. Is that how it is? Another one puts down their books. Well, isn't this a very bad time? I suppose we might need to have a little bit of re-education, my dear. See, another one gets up and starts stretching. Oh, it's going down, is it? It's going down. Oh, it's going down hard.
So are you guys all reading the same books, or do you all have different books?
Another one says, "We'll find out after I rip your head off." And with that, we'll go ahead and end our session for the evening.
Dong.
I
Well,
want to throw fisticuffs.
How about these?
So, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I hope you had fun. It's been a long time since we played. Bit rusty, but hopefully we can shake that rust off and have a good time and maybe play again sooner next
Yeah.
time. In the meantime, we love you, and remember, we did it for the rolls.
did it
Did
for
it
the
We did it for the
rolls.
rolls.